Welcome to episode 789 of the 2-Minute Takeaway Podcast. Hi there. I'm Motivational Keynote Speaker Ken Okel. Not long ago, I asked a question on LinkedIn. What professional advice turned out to be wrong for you? The responses were fascinating because much of this advice was once considered common wisdom. But work has changed, and sometimes advice that worked in one era doesn't work as well in another. Let's start with the top response. At 39%, people chose always say yes. I understand where this advice came from. Early in your career, saying yes can create opportunities. You learn new skills, meet people, and gain visibility. But in 2026, always saying yes can quickly become a problem. The workplace moves fast. Expectations are high. Many professionals are already juggling competing priorities. If you say yes to everything, you eventually lose control of your time. The most effective professionals I've met aren't known for saying yes to everything. They're known for being strategic about what deserves their attention. Next, at 30%, was never change jobs. There was a time when staying with one employer for decades was viewed as a safe path. And for some, it's still good. No problem there. But careers today are much less predictable. Companies restructure, industries change, technology changes. Sometimes growth means you got to go somewhere else. The key isn't changing jobs constantly. Instead, you recognize when you've stopped learning, growing, or you just don't see a future path. Third was work harder than everyone at 17%. Don't get upset. Hard work still matters. I like it. But hard work is no longer enough. I've seen really talented people burn out because they believed effort would solve every problem. Meanwhile, someone else found a better process, used technology more effectively, or focused their energy on higher value work. In today's environment, working smarter isn't a cliche. It's often your competitive advantage. Finally, at 13%, follow your passion. This one is great on a t-shirt. The challenge is that many successful careers don't start with passion. They start with curiosity, then you develop skills, opportunities appear, passion grows. I've met people who followed their passion and struggled. The challenge is that many successful careers don't start with passion. They start with curiosity, then skills develop, opportunities appear, passion grows. I've met people who followed their passion and struggled. I've also met people who became passionate because they got good at something valuable. Passion is great, but it isn't always the starting point. What strikes me about all four of these answers is that they contain a grain of truth. Say yes sometimes, work hard, be passionate, stay loyal when it makes sense. The problem comes when advice becomes absolute. Careers rarely succeed through rigid rules. They succeed through adaptation. And perhaps that's the best professional advice for 2026. Pay attention to what worked yesterday, but be willing to adjust when the world changes. I've got some cool people that I'd like you to meet. Gina the ballerina, Katie the custodian, and 20 push-ups Pat. These are all people who are chapters in my new book, Get Better, Smart Business Advice from Unexpected Mentors. Find out more about this book at Amazon.com, or you can also check it out at my website at KenOkel.com. What else can you do there, Ken? Well, you can listen to other episodes of this podcast. You can read some of my articles, and you can watch some video clips from my on-stage presentations. That's all the time we have for now. I'm Ken Okel. Take care and get better.